Happy Thursday, boys and girls. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is. I'm your host, Broccoli Schmittler. And man, I can't understand this. I can't understand you people, really. We watched the government spend trillions of dollars printed out of thin air in the last 3 years. More money than the previous 20 years combined. And everybody's pissed off about student loans. That's the shit that fucks me up right there, boys and girls. Like, you don't give a shit that we spend more on our military than the next 5 countries combined. You don't give a shit that we send trillions of dollars overseas during the COVID relief bill that was supposed to help America under Donald Trump's watch and Uncle Biden's watch. Okay, you don't give a shit about any of that. What you're mad about is fucking student loans. You're not even questioning the idea of why the fuck is school so expensive in the first place, right? Like, oh, well, if it was free, everyone would go. No, the fuck they wouldn't. High school's free. Not everybody finishes. Colleges are fucking out there. Everyone could go. Not everyone goes. This shit just blows my mind, man. All the things that you could be pissed off about the government doing. All the things that we could bitch about, and I bitch about on a regular basis because I hate the fucking entire government. Like, let's not forget this, that I do not approve of the United States government and their overreach and tyranny. Okay, I don't. I never will. I fucking can't stand them. But I'm definitely not going to fucking stand up and complain the most about other Americans getting help on their fucking student loans. And yeah, I understand the repercussions. I understand inflation. I understand devaluation. Okay? No, there's not a phone number you can call and give your 2 cents, man. I don't have that ability at the moment. And you can type any comments that you want. This is just more me just giving it to you. Yeah, I already know what all the popular talking points are. Why should everyone else pay for something that everybody else signed up for? You know what, man? Stop it. Stop it. You should be asking other questions like, why in the fuck do we spend more on our military than the next 5 countries combined? Fucking blows my mind. The majority of our money spent from our taxes goes to bombs, motherfuckers. You're not upset about that. You're upset because people are getting a break on their education. I understand that you think that it's a bunch of fucking people that you don't like that are getting the tax cuts, but it's a bunch of normal ass Americans who were overcharged for an education in the first place. They probably paid for an education that didn't help them out in the first place. They probably did all this shit that's involved in a predatory lending that is Pell Grants and fucking college. They were probably promised job placement and fucking high wages. And when they got out of school, what did they get? A fucking bill. Yeah, that's what they got. They got a fucking bill and a piece of paper that may or may not help them out. Now, guys, I understand not everybody should go to college. And of course, a lot of these college degrees are fucking garbage. And we know this shit, man. But as we're raised up in high school, what do they tell us? If you want to be somebody, you got to go to college. That's the shit that they train our brains to absorb. And I don't even, I understand the talking points. Someone's got to pay for it. Why should I pay for someone else's college? I get it. Okay. And that's a good point too, because Biden's doing this. The whole Trump crowd is all fucking jerked off. If Donald Trump had done this, it'd be the best shit ever since fucking sliced goddamn bread. And it's the other way for Biden supporters are just as hypocritical. They don't mind that fucking Joe Biden is, deporting fucking immigrants and building walls, but you certainly minded it when Trump was doing it. Dude, you're being played. That's my whole point, man. You're being fucking played over and over and over, and you just don't get it. It worries me. It frustrates me, and I try not to be a fucking asshole when I say this shit, but I don't know how else to come off because it's that frustrating for me. You see this shit every day. Most of you watching, or at least 25, right? So you've had fucking cycles that you could watch and see this shit. And anybody who's been, let's just say that you were old enough to observe the government's behavior since 2001, you know these motherfuckers are fucked. I just don't understand why you're bitching about student loans. You bitch about free Narcan. Someone isn't getting free insulin. Dude, you're missing the point. All right? You're missing the fucking point. Insulin shouldn't be fucking expensive, and neither should Narcan. All right. I just don't understand. All the money we've seen fly around lately, you're pissed off about somebody getting a break that you didn't get. I see some people out there saying the right things like, yeah, I struggled like a motherfucker to pay off my student loans. And the reason why I'm glad that people are getting a break on their student loans is because I know what that was like to go through it. There are other people on the other side of that fence who are like, well, I had to fucking do it. Everyone else should too. You know how fucking difficult that is. Why would you wish a harder life on somebody else? I don't fucking get it. It says a lot about you as a person, honestly. What?
I mean, think about your kids.
Think about your kids. You know? That's exactly what it is. It's rich people telling poor people to blame each other and hate each other. It's the tale as old as fucking media is. It's the driving force behind all of the media. Okay. And you know what, man? The media is ran by rich people, the same rich people who also get to pick our legislation, the rich people who can afford to put money in pockets of politicians so they can get the bills passed that they wanted, the same people who get their competition regulated out of business. Like, I could go on. I could give you a million reasons to hate the United States government as a fucking whole, but you won't do it because you're playing fucking teams. I got to be honest. I think anybody who's rooting for a political party at this point is a little bit fucking dense. And I'm worried because the majority of us are fucking dense by the looks of it. And all you need to do is go look at the way the government's behaved in the last 3 years and watch. The media told you to bitch about this and you're bitching about it. The media keeps us separated. Guys, we're all in this shit together. I want everybody out there to do well. Do I want to pay for it and fund it? No, of course not. But am I willing to help other people out so that their life isn't as hard as something I had to experience? Absolutely. Absolutely. And watching you guys be pissed off when the government finally spends, and yes, I know it's a fucking voting tactic. I know it's a fucking, it's a midterm trickery bullshit. Of course it is. Every fucking thing that a politician does is bullshit. They do it at the right times. I just don't understand how you guys can. Every election year is the same thing. They get up there and they pretend to give a fuck about what we give a fuck. And then as soon as the elections are over and they've got their job, they don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I agree with you, Facebook user, that education should be free. Anybody who wants to go and get smarter in our country should be allowed to do so. Okay, and I don't even care about the stragglers. We're not paying them to do it. We shouldn't pay people to go to school, but we shouldn't charge people to go to school either. Don't we want our country to be smart? Don't we want our country to be prosperous? You know how you get your country to be smart? By allowing them to be educated. And I don't even want to get talking about like state-ran education because it's not making anyone smart. It's training you how to exist in society. That's what it's doing. I'm fucking blown away by the idea that you guys are mad about this.
Goods and services are more affordable.
You're not mad about $9 trillion being printed for the coronavirus relief bill, which, by the way, in hindsight, we know that everything that we did for coronavirus was fucking wrong. Pfizer made $83 billion fucking dollars. You're not mad about that. You ain't mad about that at all. I can't get people to talk about that at all. And the only reason why I want to keep talking about that is so that motherfuckers don't forget how we got played and they allow themselves to be played again, because that's what you're allowing over and over and over. You're allowing yourself to be played by a fucking grifter. And when I mention a grifter, I'm referring, of course, to Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck, all of them. Okay? They're fucking playing you. This shit is theater. And the more I think about it, the more I think that the Donald Trump thing was all theater. Dude, there's a reason why the Democratic convention fucking picked Hillary over Bernie. And we all know that Bernie would have won by a fucking landslide. We also all know that the popular vote doesn't pick the president. What would have happened? I don't know. But I know that these motherfuckers are genius level when it comes to playing us and our emotions. So what if they put Trump in there just to fucking fool you? Because it's easy as fuck to do. It's easy as shit. You guys, it's easier to convince somebody, or it's easier to trick people than it is to convince them they've been tricked. When I talk about Donald Trump signing fucking coronavirus stimulus bills, that isn't me saying that he's worse than Joe Biden. That's me saying he's the same as Joe Biden. We just keep doing this shit over and over and over. And some of you motherfuckers are like 60 years old. You've been watching this shit your whole fucking life. You've been watching Democrats, Republicans, lather, rinse, repeat. What changes? Fucking nothing. Donald Trump was just the president for 4 years. We're 2 years outside of his presidency. If he had done a bunch of fabulous shit, we'd still be experiencing fabulous lifestyles. But we're not, because we're suffering from the devaluation from the first coronavirus stimulus bill. We'll be suffering even more as time goes on, as the devaluation tends to add up. I know people don't want to hear me. My numbers are dropping. It's fine. But I need you to think about what you're being mad about. That's what I've been talking about the whole time there, Fast Yellow, is the student loans. Personally, myself, I'm glad that the government is finally spending some money in a place where we could fucking use it, because we don't need any more bombs. We don't need any more fucking money being exported to other countries to help them out. We certainly didn't need to give Ukraine $8 billion or whatever, 80 billion, 8 billion. I don't know. They just write fucking checks all day, every day. Money they ain't even got yet. And you're not mad about any of that shit. You're mad about student fucking loans. You're mad because someone might get something that you didn't. It's cunt shit. It's cunt shit. Yeah, it must be nice to get to. I don't know what you're saying, Fast Yellow, but yeah, it must be nice. But I'm not going to be mad at someone who got 10 grand taken off their ridiculous school debt. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. What I'm mad about, if I'm mad about anything, it's about the amount of money that leaves this country, and it's about the amount of money that goes from public pockets and lands in private pockets. I'm mad about that. Do I want the government printing money to pay off fucking shit? No, I don't. No, I don't. They get plenty of money. That's one of my biggest problems with the government. They tax us every goddamn direction we go, and they spend our money however the fuck they want with zero accountability. You have a hard time tracking it down. Go ahead and try to figure out what all they spent this year. Good luck. They'll give you a rough estimate. They'll tell you what they spent. Billions and trillions of dollars. Trillions. Our national debt, something like $28 trillion, $29 trillion. That's a fucking lot of money. A lot of money. And of all the things to be mad at out of $29 trillion, you're mad because someone's going to get a fucking loan, 10 grand in loan forgiveness for an education they were trying to get to better themselves, because that's why most people do it. Most people aren't in there for fucking gender studies or any of that other bullshit that you like to say, okay? Fuck the government. Yeah, I don't like the 87,000 IRS workers either. You could be mad about that. I don't hear, why aren't you bitching about that? $80 billion to the IRS. I can understand being mad about that. I'm mad about rich people buying up all our property and making hand over foot profits. I'm mad that the local business can't compete with chains. I'm mad that local businesses were shut down to save people from coronavirus. And now the CDC is saying the only place you can really get coronavirus is inside. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Regulatory commissions are out of control. The FDA doesn't give a shit that there's heavy metals in your baby food. No, that's fine. That's fine. But the FDA definitely gives a shit about vapor. Fuck those babies. We're worried about the teenagers. Guys, there's so much backwards ass shit that goes on in this country. It just bothers me that you're upset about the $10,000 loans, the loan forgiveness. This shit blows my mind, really. I mean, what do you care about? Yourself is what I see when you're on there bitching about it. And I understand your reasoning, but I haven't seen you bitch about all the other frivolous ass money that we spend on fucking stupid shit. And you say nothing. We're fucked, man. We can't keep this up. They're just playing us. We're playing right into their hands. We're doing exactly what they want us to do. Lather, rinse, repeat over and over and over again. When I tell people that they're under mind control, it offends them, man. They get upset with me. They feel stupid and shit. But then look at yourself, man. Listen, if you're out there arguing for political parties and you think that Donald Trump or Joe Biden can save us, I can't fucking stand you, man. Honestly. It hurts. The shit bothers me. I hope you get fucking smarter. It ain't just the rich. It is mostly the rich. But I don't think that I'm not mad at anybody for doing better than me. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be mad at somebody who is successful. I do get upset when people act like Elon Musk and Donald Trump are self-made. That shit drives me nuts. Self-made? Elon Musk is the son of a fucking emerald baron, and Donald Trump is the son of a fucking of a politician real estate mogul. He got $500 million to start his self-made career, and he's a businessman. Fucking shit, man. You guys are just easy as fuck to play. I always wonder to myself how those weird Amazon scams work, because I figure everybody should know that Amazon doesn't want you to pay their bills in fucking Walmart gift cards or Apple Music cards, right? But somehow people still get scammed. This is why. Because most of us are incredibly fucking stupid. Can't think for ourselves for fucking nothing, man. Like, seriously, independent thought to everybody else. Like, form your own fucking opinion for once. Fuck, man. There's so many, you know what? And I like people, man. I really do. I love everybody, and I like that shit. But, man, I can't, when it comes to this shit, I can't play nicely. I can't pretend to play along. I can't act like Donald Trump and Joe Biden are different people. I can't pretend that the political parties care more, because, like, I've thought my whole life that I'm like a Democrat, right? Because I care about people. I've always felt like the Democrats care more about people than the Republicans do, because all the Republicans give a fuck about is themselves. But the longer time goes on, the more I see that that's a facade, and the Democrats don't give a fuck about anybody either. There's a bunch of lying, fucking game playing rats, grifters, scammers, con artists. All right? So what I am is an independent. I'm a free thinker. And the more I look around, the more fucked up things are. And the more we play along. And the longer we play along, the worse it's going to get. You know, I don't want things to go crazy. I just don't understand why people can't see how much chaos we're already living in. You know? It's my personal opinion. I think it's gross to watch you complain about this and not complain about other money that the government spends. That's my opinion. And if you're out there bitching about that shit and you're like saying a bunch of dumb shit, then you're a cunt. Okay? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to, like, someone called me a Nazi earlier. Like, why? Because I think you're a fucking asshole for being one of those bitter bitches that don't want to see anyone else get something unless you're getting a piece of it too. Fucking hated kids like that. You know? Oh, you should fucking earn it. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers should earn their way. But do you think that the fucking schools charging them $100,000 for a fucking $6,000 education is cool too? I don't. There's a lot of things that we could tackle, a lot of problems that need to be addressed, but this is the shit that keeps us from doing any of that, because we're so fucking busy arguing with each other. We don't pay attention to what these fucking grifters are doing. You know? What do we think of what? Now is the time you're going to do this? Can we just say thank you, boo? My wife is trying on dresses. Her brother's getting married in October. You're trying to wear a dress today? You want it to be fancy. I like it. Wear a dress, boo. Fuck it. I'll put on a tie if you want me to. Can we get her on the podcast? I mean, she comes in and out, you know? So, you know. Anyway, my whole idea was to come on here. I got to roll some joints for myself. You know, I'm all out of joints today. It's making me even cuntier. I slept like shit last night. I fucking woke up at like 2:30, had a headache, just couldn't get comfortable. I moved to like 3 different I moved to the couch, to the chair, to the bed, to the couch, to the chair. My head was hurting. I took like 2 showers and hot water and Advil. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little cranky this morning, but then when I wake up and I see all the bitching, all the comments, all the people whose brains are in the hands of big tech and fucking social media, just doing what they do, man. No, I don't have the Brock Live phone number anymore. You know, I carried that fucking number around for years, and to get people to call me was like pulling fucking teeth. You know, I had a couple people that would call religiously, but, you know, I had a daughter who got a little older. It was time for her to get a phone. I just transferred the phone to her. So please don't call that fucking number and leave any shitty messages on her phone. Matter of fact, I should probably just change the number. But whatever, man. I could, you know, I don't I don't know. I don't know that I even want to hear opposing viewpoints. Like, I don't know. Today's not the day I want to hear any of that, or the reasons why you're justifying being upset about someone else getting a break, you know? There's just nothing, you're nothing going to be upset because if you're like, but taxes. I'm like, bro, like, this is a drop in the bucket. And I'm irritated that that's the drop you're upset about. Like, cool, man. Be mad at the government. Like, I'm mad at them too. But could you be mad for the right fucking reasons, please? And could you be mad for something other than the fact that your political party didn't do it? You know? Shit, man. You just tried calling. Sorry. The good news is she's in school and the phone's off, so didn't make a difference, you know? She's got that phone now. I give out my personal phone number, but that feels risky. You know, I could probably transfer people in. They could call me on my Facebook or some shit. I don't know how to work the StreamYard all the way yet, man. So I'm not really trying to try anything. I'm just trying to get people to absorb what I'm saying, man. Honestly, you know, like, and it's weird how quick I get put into categories, man. Because like last week, I was like a hardcore righty. People thought I was conservative as fuck, you know. This week, I'm like a Nazi liberal who wants socialism. Oh, socialism. That's that word. You motherfuckers are so scared. Robert Ketcherside, you're a dipshit, bud. Like, I appreciate you commenting on posts and shit, but you only got stupid shit to say, bro. Stop typing. Someone take this motherfucker's keyboard away. Call me a Nazi. Their mortgage identifies as a shitty loan, as a student loan. And you know what? Let's just say this like it is. You got checks for all you people with mortgages. You got checks from the government. There's PPE loans, all kinds of loans, man. That shit could have went on your mortgage, but you probably spent it on some stupid shit you didn't even fucking need. Like, you know, capitalist Americans do. Oh, man, look at this free money I got. I'll buy this thing I always wanted that I didn't need, that I probably don't even fuck with no more, you know? But God damn it, them student loan motherfuckers got 10K. Boo-hoo! Boo-hoo! Hey, that's a good investment. I spent a lot. We got a check. I put that shit in the bank. Probably still sitting there. Because I'm not a dipshit. I do like to buy guns and ammo, though. Just bought myself a new firearm the other day, man. Bought myself a Chris Vector. If you don't know what a Chris Vector is, go look that shit up. It's a pretty neat firearm, man. I was impressed by it. So, you know, I'll be liking that stuff. But hey, anyway, hello, Twitchers. Hello, YouTubers. Hello. That's the only Oilers. Gen 2, yes, sir. I kind of wish it was the Gen 1 because I like the folding stock on the Gen 1, but Gen 2 it was. And I got a great deal on it with the optic, the handguard, the front grip. You know, it's a rifle. I don't have any special tax stamps or any of that shit, and I won't get any special tax stamps. Uncle Sam can kiss my nuts. But I don't wake up on certain days and decide to dislike Uncle Sam. I wake up every goddamn day and be like, these motherfuckers are tripping. And, you know, it's not, when I say these motherfuckers, I don't mean like the Democrats are tripping or the Republicans are tripping. I mean, these motherfuckers, i.e. the whole fucking government. The shit that we allow is what will continue, man. And until we're ready to stand up and speak up as people, as a group, we the people, not we the Republicans or we the Democrats. But when we're ready to do that, that's when this shit will stop. You know? I fed my snake beer, man. It's like Adam Sandler shit. Tax our money, tax spending money, pay taxes. Yeah, you get taxed every fucking way you turn around. I can understand why people don't like that shit. I get it. And I understand that this fucking student loan shit is going to add to that debt. But there's a lot of other fucking things that we're adding to our debt that would be more palatable to bitch about. Plain and simple, man. I just don't, like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Doop, 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 doop. But this is how democracy works, you know? They feed you half stories and lies and truths and half truths, and then they fucking get you to vote for some shit like legal Missouri. Everybody's going to vote yes for that shit because they're like, oh, yeah, recreational weed. Congratulations, you played yourself. Once that passes, you'll be able to carry less weed. You won't be able to consume marijuana in public. It puts everyone in a federal database. It gives non-notification search and seizure to anybody who has a medical license. So, like, basically, if you have a medical marijuana permit, that means that the feds or the local authorities can show up at your house anytime they want, knock on the door, and come on in. That's the shit you're voting for in legal mo, but, you know, people don't want to read that. All they see is recreational marijuana, and they're like, fuck yeah, I want that shit. I want recreational marijuana too, but I'm not willing to give up a bunch of shit to get it. I've been smoking weed on my own this whole goddamn time. I don't need recreational marijuana. I have friends. And my friends are cooler than your friends, apparently. Fuck. There's so many things I just like to bitch about, man. I like to come on here and just be happy and just clown around and shit, but y'all piss me off, man. Social media pisses me off. I kind of wish I couldn't see what you guys were thinking sometimes, man. You know? I just know that we're fucked for 4 more years at least, for however many years, because people keep waiting on out of touch old white guys to fucking save us. They don't give a fuck about you, man. They don't give a fuck about you. Donald Trump, if he met you in public, would treat you like a fucking serf, like a fucking peasant. And so would Joe Biden, Jill, and fucking the crack smoking Hunter. They're all fucked up, man. Eric fucking Trump, all these guys, they treat you like straight up shit. You don't eat the same as them. You don't dress the same as them. You don't drink the same as them. You don't experience the same problems as them. Yet somehow you'll vote for them to make super crucial decisions about your life. That's dumb as fuck. Also avoids you from carrying a firearm too, because if they keep you in the Missouri database, good point, Mike. If they keep you in the database, and then eventually they're going to be able to cross-reference the marijuana purchasers with the gun purchasers. So once they do that, and they see that you've purchased marijuana, you've now technically lied on the ATF form, 1123 form, I think. And then that might be wrong. It's probably wrong. But when you fill out a form to buy a gun, they run your background check. They ask you if you're addicted to any illegal drugs or narcotics. Marijuana is a Schedule 1 federally illegal narcotic, deemed more dangerous than heroin. So then when they cross-reference that and they see that you've bought a firearm after you've purchased legal marijuana or possessed a medical marijuana card, then technically speaking, you are in trouble for the felony violation of lying on an ATF background check. These are the loopholes they don't want to tell you about, man. This is the things that they don't put front and center, because all they want you to see is legal weed. And you're like, fuck yeah, that's small print. I don't even need to read it. Can I buy weed? Yes, I'm in. Never mind that they're monopolizing the marijuana industry. Never mind that there's no free markets. Never mind. Y'all drive me nuts. We are uninformed as fuck and ignorant as fuck. And I wish that wasn't the truth. So, at any rate, I rolled myself some joints. I'm going to get off here, man. My wife's having a hard day, and I want her to have a good day. So, I'm going to get off here and try to make her day a little happier. And I hope every one of you out there watching, even the dipshits who don't know any better than to follow political parties around, I want you to have the greatest day possible, okay? You're worthy of love. You're worthy of breaks, and your life shouldn't be extremely difficult, especially not in these technological advanced years that we have, where we can actually provide more things for people so that they have to work less. I know, it sounds crazy, right? I must be like a liberal Nazi or something who dreams of helping other people out and using technology to make human life easier. What a fucking weirdo. No, man, you got to be a capitalist, goddammit. Dog eat dog. What do you expect from a bunch of pot smoking hippies? Well, I've been called worse shit by better people, and that's just me joking with you. So I don't really care what you say, man. It's all right. I do care what you say. Stop being a cunt. Be mad at the government for the right reasons. Stop letting the media control your mind, and be a fucking decent person. Remember, people, if you want to change the world, it all starts with you. You have to be the change you want to see, man. So if you want everybody to be nicer, you want everybody to be more friendly, you want everybody to be more helpful, then you have to be the first person to put your foot forward and do those things. I hope every one of you have a great day. I hope that something I've said here inspires you to think just a little bit different and maybe stops you from being a cunt, because we don't need more cunts. We have an abundance of those. Shortage on a lot of shit. No shortage of cunts. Tons of cunts. Anyway, I love you all. Have a great day. Later.